said Brenda's apartment in Rome is ransacked, same with her suite at the hotel.
That's right.
Professional job, thorough, intentionally destructive.
And what's your point?
My point is the Balkans' men weren't looking for anything. They trashed those places to send a message.
Well, what's the message?
He's coming after Brenda. And he's not going to stop until he gets her. We have no leads. We don't even know who this guy is. So how can I let Brenda go to Paris? She has to stay in Port Charles until the Balkan comes here.
Glad you got my call.
Did you have a nice visit with Brenda?
I'm sorry that you walked in. I had no idea that she was coming over.
Did you get a good look? No. If you love me, you will never see Brenda again.
Let me get this straight. If I love you, which I do, by the way, I will never see Brenda ever again?
I have been honest with you. From the minute I knew you were thinking about putting her on the cover of Crimson, I told you that it hurt me.
Brenda stopped by to say hello, okay? Which seemed appropriate since we hadn't seen each other in years.
You were madly in love with her. Okay, I'm not going to sit around here and be the world's biggest sucker and watch you tie yourself up in knots over her.
All right, fine. Then we have a deal. I will never see Brenda again if you promise not to see Sunny.
I want you to meet an old friend, Brenda. Brenda, I told you about Dante in Rome.
Yeah, you did. Anyways, hi, Dante.
Just so we're clear, I don't have a problem with however you decide to handle the Balkan. I'll help you any way I can.
Okay, then just try to manage Brenda for me.
Nobody manages Brenda. Right now, she's running out into the night to redeclare her love for the criminal who seduced her when she was a teenager.
Sonny is my oldest friend.
Do you think he's good for Brenda?
I already told you I'm going to stay out of it.
So I'll take that as a no.
Well, I thought you were going to stay out of it, too.
Well, here's my problem. Brenda talks to me about Sonny. She has completely irrational and contradictory feelings about him. And now that they're in the same town, now that she's running off with her heart in her hand, we're at DEFCON 1 in terms of emotional devastation. And you know as well as I do, Brenda has never been stable on a good day.
Okay, Brenda is Brenda. Nobody's going to stop her from doing whatever the hell she wants, especially when it comes to Sonny.
Okay, let's talk hypothetical. Brenda declares her love for Sonny. It goes wrong, as evidently it has many times in the past. Now she's in free fall. She's lashing out. She's looking for ways to hurt herself. And along comes the Balkan, an international crime figure with a lethal reputation to kidnap her.
Okay, I'm going to have to deal with that when and if it happens.
Well, why don't you talk to her about Sonny? She listens to you.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does. You wanted her here in Port Charles. She's here. You wanted her to have a bodyguard. She has them. You may be the only person that is capable of convincing her that Sonny is bad for her.
That's not fair.
Well, it's called compromise. I give something up, and you give something up.
You don't have children with Brenda. Sonny and I have 2 kids. We have Michael and Morgan, even though you're adopting him.
Sonny and you are a lot closer than your average divorced
My God,
couple.
we have been over this, Jax.
Well, Brenda seems to have reopened that subject for you.
Sonny is a necessary evil in my life. You severed your ties with Brenda years ago.
Brenda is important to me as well. You know, she's the reason I stayed in Port Charles. She's the reason that I have all the wonderful things that I have right now, starting with you and our baby girl.
Then you send her an email and you say thanks for the memories and you move on.
Carly, listen to me. She's no threat, okay? She's no threat to you.
And if that were true, Jax, You wouldn't insist on seeing her. And you wouldn't be ignoring how it makes me feel.
Well, Maxie's trying to score points with Kate by getting Brenda on the cover of Crimson.
Well, the best thing for Maxie to do is absolutely nothing. She's got to remind herself Brenda's here because she has to be, not because she wants to be, right?
It still has to suck for you.
Look, I'm used to Jason protecting people. You know, me, Carly, Michael. It happens all the time. Brenda's just the same. Except she's a supermodel. His ex-wife. Come on. Well, that's really the part that I'm struggling with.
Well, you know, Brenda is Sonny's great love, so no one else should be worrying.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, wow. You're Sonny's long-lost son.
Yeah, surprised the hell out of me.
Yeah, me too.
My girlfriend works for Crimson, so I know more about models and fashion than I probably should, but I didn't realize you had ties to Port Charles.
Oh, yeah, I went to high school here.
So, what brings you back?
Just seeing old friends and just...
Old friends are very glad to see you.
Wait. Siobhan, wait.
For what? More of your lies? You're in a hell of a bind now, aren't you, Detective Spencer? Here I am with the information to blow your cover. And what are you going to do about it?
I don't have any reason to lie to you anymore.
If I tell the Balkans men you're not Roland O'Reilly, that you're an undercover cop working to take them all down, you'll be dead before the week's out.
Okay, you're right. My life is in your hands.
You're playing games to keep my mouth shut. Grabbing and kissing me, it's quite a clever trick. It's distracted me for a good 5 minutes now.
What if it wasn't a trick?
Oh, you were suddenly overcome with passion.
I wanted to kiss you, Siobhan. Why is that so hard for you to understand?
Tell me about your feelings, officer. Do they run deep? Do they make you weak in the knees? Just how far will you go to fool me? You want to be Ronan O'Reilly? Go ahead. He'll be taking me right here on the floor, then slitting my throat.
I would never do that to you. I'm sorry for grabbing you and kissing you like I did.
Well, I'm to blame too. For letting you. And enough with those eyes that look right through to the soul. Roland's eyes were as hard as stone, but yours... It's more of a trial to stay angry. And I am angry. I don't enjoy being played for a fool.
I'm the one that took a knee in the gut.
It's the least you deserve.
You call it even?
Aren't you the smooth talker? Little charm. Willing to turn the joke on yourself, whatever it takes to shut me up. Isn't that right?
I don't want you to get hurt, Siobhan. And that's not a lie or a manipulation.
I'm a realist, Rookie Spencer. That's how I got by, working my way through Europe. So admit you used me, and we'll call it a night.
Use you, okay? I was trying to keep you out of this. You were the one who was hiding in corners, hearing things you weren't supposed to hear. You know too much as it is.
Then I guess you got a problem then, don't you?
I mean, why should you want to spend any more time with Brenda? You're the one who walked away on your wedding day?
Yeah, I remember. But I don't hate her. Okay, we have a lot of history, good and bad.
Do you understand why that would be difficult for me?
Well, I'm not going to lie to you about this, Carly. But I'm also not going to be with Brenda. Okay? You're my wife. You are the woman I love.
And she's the tease that excels at pitting you and Sonny against each other.
Well, Sonny got her hooks into her when she was young. She has no defense against him.
And what, you're gonna go save her? I mean, I'm not gonna sit around and watch that. I can't believe that you don't see what you're throwing away.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Nobody's throwing away anything here. Listen to me. No one's throwing away anything. I love you. Okay, I love you.
I love you too.
Are you okay? Do you want me to leave?
No. What's a little gunshot between father and son?
We're on opposite sides of the law, and there's a connection, always was with us. He doesn't like to admit it. I don't know, it's hard for me.
I was assigned to go working undercover for Sonny, and when I tried to arrest him, he shot me. Right here.
I'll tell you again, that I regret that.
Well, not have as much as I did.
And Sonny would never do anything to hurt you.
Well, imagine what he could do if he actually tried.
Okay, you know what? Things are much better now because he helped get me exonerated from an attempted murder charge.
Well, that's great. And look, I've known your father for a very long time, and he's not perfect, but he is a good man.
Well, clearly you're used to him shooting cops and family members. That's good. You don't keep anything from her either. That's great. You got a nice, open and trusting relationship.
I'll be happy when Brenda's out of danger and back in Rome.
I'm sure Jason won't argue you on that.
No. Maxie, thank you so much for loaning me all this.
You have got to give Jason an ultimatum. Either Brenda goes or you go. He needs to put on a plane to Rome ASAP or else.
Whoa, what changed? I thought you wanted her on the cover.
No, I came to my senses. I don't want her anywhere near the cover, or the city, or any man within 100 miles. I mean, any woman who could take a perfectly innocent guy like Spinelli and turn him into a blabbering, stammering groupie. He's walking around.
You gotta be exaggerating about Spinelli.
She's not. I've seen it.
Sam, then you get it, right? Spinelli is in trouble. We have to save him.
I wish we could, but Jason's made himself responsible for guarding Brenda, and he's not going to leave her side until she's safe. Maxie, it could take a while.
Fine. If you're not going to do anything about it, I will.